Hello and welcome guys to the class PM. In this video we will discuss about the female reproductive tract. In the previous video we have discussed about the male reproductive tract and the sexual aspects of the sexual reproduction. In this video, along with the aspects of the sexual reproduction, we will take up about the female reproductive tract. As I mentioned in the previous video, that sexual reproduction involves three conditions. If these three conditions are there, the sexual reproduction is possible. If among these three conditions, one condition is not there, then sexual reproduction is not possible. One of the aspects about the sexual reproduction is the formation of the gametes. Formation of gametes is very important because gametes are the responsible for sexual reproduction to occur. And there are two types of the gametes. One is the male gamete and another is the female gamete. Male gamete, in case of humans, male gamete is called a sperm and female gamete is called the ovum. And the formation of the sperm in case of male is called spermatogenesis, and in case of females, the formation of ovum is called oogenesis. And second condition is, as I mentioned in the previous video, that is the fusion of those gametes. Fusion of those gametes is very mandatory in order for the sexual reproduction to occur. Third is the meiosis during the formation of the gametes. Meiosis is a very must process. Meiosis results in the haploid gametes, and two haploid gametes when fused to form the zygote, and zygote would be diploid, which would be viable and which can be developed into the embryo. This is unlike to asexual reproduction where no gamete formation are there, no fusions are there at all, and no meiosis are. And the second most difference between sexual and asexual reproduction I have mentioned in the previous video is that sexual reproduction needs two parents, and asexual reproduction occurs only due to a single parent. And it can undergo diffusion, simple diffusion. It is a mitotic diffusion to form the offsprings which would be identical as well as similar to their parent. But this is unlike in sexual reproduction where meiosis occur, and during the course of the meiosis there is recombination, there is crossing over, which leads to the variation among the offsprings. So this is the female reproductive tract. This is the outlook. Here you will see there is a pair of the ovaries. This is the pair of ovaries. Two ovaries are there, one right side and one left side. And apart from ovary, there is finger-like projections. From this part to there, from this part to there. This is called the oviduct or fallopian tube. But this fallopian tube has three parts. One part is this, second part is this middle one, and third part is the neck part. Neck part is called the isthmus. Middle part is called the ampulla. Please remember, this is very important. From ampulla to isthmus, this junction is called isthmus ampulla junction. Isthmus ampulla junction. This fertilization can occur. Fertilization occurs either here, ampulla, or between this junction. The site of the fertilization is actually isthmus ampulla junction. Here. It may take place here, it may occur here, it may occur here as well. So this part, the early part of the oviduct is called femere. It is mentioned here. This is the femere, the early part. The middle part is called the ampulla, and last part, the neck part, is called the isthmus. This is external vagina, and this is the cervical region, and this is the uterus. This is the muscular organ, this is the uterus. So this is a simple structure of female reproductive tract. One is it consists of a pair of ovaries, a pair of oviduct. This ovary is connected to the oviduct by this is called infundibulum. Infundibulum. The part of ovary which is connected to the femoral part of a fallopian tube is called the infundibulum. This finger-like projection is called femere, and this is called ampulla, and this is called the isthmus, as I have mentioned here. This is the uterus. It is a very muscular, it is very thick, very important for implantation, for pregnancy. We will discuss it later on, but this all over, this is the structure of the female reproductive tract, which is very simplest form seen here. So gamete formation in case of females is called the oogenesis. The site of that oogenesis is the ovary. This is the ovary where the oogenesis occur. Actually, in the ovary itself, before the birth or during the birth, it consists of some follicles are already there before the birth. Those follicles are present oocytes. Those oocytes initially are called, in the initial stage, they are called oogonium. So there are oogonium already present in case of females before the birth. But this is not like the case in males, where the sperm formation occurs only after the age of the 12. In case of females, ovum are already, the oocytes are already there, or the ooganium are already there since birth. But in case of males, the spermatogenesis occurs only after the age of 12 under the influence of some hormones. Those hormones are secreted from the pituitary. Those do play an important role during the course of the spermatogenesis. Those hormones come only after the age of 12, so the spermatogenesis occurs only after the age of 12 years. But in case of oogenesis, follicles which contain the oogonium, they are already present since birth. Due to the lack of some hormones which are very important as far as the maturation of those follicles are concerned, they are not present, and that's why they cannot develop. So after the age of 12, under the influence of the pituitary, when pituitary becomes mature, and when they release the hormone under certain signals, those hormones are released, and those oogonia are, secondary oocytes are developed under some hormones. So please remember, oocytes are already there since birth in the ovary, but they cannot be mature, they cannot develop because of absence of hormones. Those hormones come only after the age of the 12. And in the case of males, only after the age of 12, under the influence of the hormones, the spermatogenesis begins. So the site of the oogenesis is ovary, and the site of the spermatogenesis, seminiferous tubules of the testes. In the next video, we will first discuss about the structure of the sperm and also the structure of the ovum. Thank you.